I don't know why YouTube and algorithm, why you're changing it. Stop it. We never complained. Just leave it alone. I feel better
because
now.
soon they're gonna have to add after a bell. There's gonna have to be something else because soon everyone will have bells. So it's like, okay, well, what do we need? We need some kind of jingle now.
So
or some kind of, I don't know, some kind of star.
Like,
you know? We need a star now.
Hand up.
Yeah, we need that whole hand up because
you know what I mean?
the bell, the red subscribe is not enough. The bell is not enough. We need a hand. Something, you know?
Stop it.
They need to stop it. Good morning, good evening, whatever time you may be watching. Good morning, good evening, whatever time you may be watching.
Yay! I'm so excited. Everybody's taking the world by song. This song is so awesome. There's a random song that I made up. Like, totally made up. There's a random.
But it's true, you know. Good morning, good evening,
yeah,
whatever time you may be watching.
Because I don't know. When
You might be watching it at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that would be
You
a
could
bit
be watching
creepy,
this at 7 a.m. You know, when you first wake, you might be watching this at lunchtime.
It's me, it's your girl, Suze. Hey everybody. And look, I have the beautiful, the wonderful, backed by popular demand and beauty demand anyway, because she gonna teach me some things today. This is
Mariyah Gabriel.
Yay!
Hi guys.
Round of applause for her. You would have caught us in our last video. If not, the link will be up below, where we talked about 10 things we wish we knew before we got married. It was an awesome. Anyway, we laugh and giggle all the time, girl. You're just watching things that we just do generally.
It's true.
We just.
It's so true.
That's just how we are.
And now we're talking about YouTube.
Because
the things that we have learnt about doing YouTube.
So if you've been watching me for a while, you would know that I have recently turned 1 year, 365 days on YouTube, and I am so proud of myself, if I may say so. I'll take a brow now. Right? And Maria's she's just trailing just a bit behind me, but we kind of both discussed about starting
that
YouTube.
I will never ever forget the conversation I had with Ruby when I decided that that's it, I'm doing this.
Okay, so if you didn't catch the other 5 things that we have learned on YouTube, the link will be down below. Please go over to that video and check out the first 5 things. We're gonna start here from number 6. I need to remember what those are. 1 minute.
So it's number 6 here, but it's actually number 1. It's number 1/6.
Yeah, so it's number 1 here, but it's number 6 from her
here.
video. Yeah. You get us? Yeah, we awkward. We make things complicated, girls. Just do it. Just like the shoe brand Nike said.
I love it.
Do it. The one thing that I suffer from, that my sisters tell me all the time, and I know I do it, is I overthink things. I will sit down and I'll be like, but what if that person says this? Or what if that person says that? Or what if my parents say it? Or what if this person says it? Or this person does this? And and I'll be paralyzed.
Yeah.
You know, one of my good friends said to me, the paralysis of analysis, where you analyze every minute detail of something to the point that you have scared yourself into not doing it. And I think just do it. If you want to do YouTube and you don't have the grand scheme, and you know, I'm not one of those people. I used to be one of those people who used to sit down every year, write down a list of things that I'm going to achieve, but the truth is I've realized that God just comes up and just rips up my plans, and you know, so now I have an overview of what I want to do, and then I just allow the journey to breathe out. And so if you don't know, don't be paralyzed by, oh, I'm not sure and I haven't got the right camera. For me, you got light, you got a window, it's free. You got light, you got sun, great.
Most of you have a phone.
Most of you got a phone. Put it in landscape, never portrait. Landscape.
Always landscape.
Don't do portrait. Don't do portrait.
Yeah, no, with black,
nasty black, horrible. That was my first video. I didn't know that. I didn't put it on HD. No. Right? So you want to put it in landscape.
Landscape, always.
Always. And just shoot. Make sure that your face is to the light, so the light is shining on you. And there you go. That's it. YouTube studio. You don't have to have the most amazing setup. I remember, like, I think it was you. I was like, oh my gosh, your setup is so amazing. Look at your backdrop. And then when we went to film, you was just like, yeah, this is, I was like, what? This corner, this is it. So you can, girl, you don't know what's going on over there. You have no idea what is hidden behind there. If I'm brave, I might insert a picture into the video. But the truth is, it's sort of an illusion, but it's not
you know
an illusion.
YouTubers don't wear trousers.
Yes.
But Americans say pants. You guys say pants.
Like one of my favorite YouTubers, Suze
Yeah.
and me.
Yeah.
When she was filming one day, she
Yeah.
had this gorgeous colour top
Yeah.
on, her makeup was on fleek, and she was vlogging, and then she was like, "But I have my dress." I was just like, "Yes, girl, you know the one." Like, what goes on
You don't-
from
you
here
don't
down?
know. This is
you
it.
don't need to know.
This is it.
This could be dirty for
this
you, know.
box is
just,
it.
You just need to know that this bit here is clean and it's on flake. That's all. Except if I'm vlogging, then I'm just gonna be there, no wig, nothing. I'm just gonna be there with my hoodie and just looking crusty. That's just like I did today when I was going to Tesco's.
I'm sure you was looking fly.
No. I was not. I was in one mash-up sweat jumper thing, and the kids look fine. So I was just like, it's okay. I'd rather look like the scrubby mum, and the kids look like, and what happened to her? That, oh, she's clearly working that hard.
Yes.
She hasn't got time to look after herself. Rather than me look on fleek, and then the kids are like, she's clearly putting all the time into her face. So anyway, we digress. So just get out there, just do it. Don't think about it, just do it.
Just do it. Number 7. Okay, that's not 7. That's 7.
Yeah, I was gonna
7,
say, girl, what happened to your counting?
Number 7. People will talk. Okay? People will say things. People will say things that will kill, shatter, destroy all your dreams.
Or they will not like your video. That's not what you're gonna do. You're gonna like this video.
Trust me. Like, people, people will say positive things. They will say negative things. People will, you will read positive things. You will read negative things. People will think positive things. People will think negative things. Some of it will be said in front of you. Some of it you will never hear about, and if you never hear about it, that's even better. But people will have an opinion. People might think your videos are stupid. People will think, what's the point of this? Some people will think what you're doing is nonsense. Trust me, people think what you're doing is weird. Talking in front of a camera, doing makeup in front of a camera, do whatever it is that you do, people will actually think that you are crazy. And to be honest, I really, give credit to all those YouTubers that came before us, the ones that have been doing it since like 2009, 2008, 2007. Remember when YouTube actually started? I was saying it started back in 2006. For those people that were doing it from those days, because they would have had the most pressure, because they were the ones that back in those days when YouTube wasn't even paying, YouTube, there was no money to be made on the platform. People were just doing it because they just wanted to be in front of the camera and talk and share, but they really took a lot. Because it was a very strange thing. It's to be honest, it's become more acceptable. It's normal now to see people with their phone taking pictures, vlogging, but it's something
I don't know though. There's not that many people that I've seen vlogging.
It's true, but if I saw it, I wouldn't think it was weird. Whereas, I don't know, 10 years ago, it'd be like, what are you doing? You wouldn't really see it. Now, if I did see someone, if you see someone vlogging, it's not a big deal. You know what they're doing, you know what it's about. But it's one of those ones, people will always have something to say, and if you buy into it, like I said, it will stop you from doing what it is that you want to do. I remember, when I started telling 1 or 2 people that I want to start a YouTube channel, I had all sorts of reactions. Some people were like, really? You want to do that? Like, you don't look like someone that wants to do, YouTube. I had someone laugh. I actually had someone that laughed and laughed hard, and laughed really, really hard. That, it broke my heart. I just felt like, oh my days, like, they do not believe in me whatsoever. And sometimes when people don't believe in you can stop believing in yourself. You need to make sure that doesn't happen, because the funny thing is though, when you believe in yourself, people start to take you more seriously. When you actually get out there and you do something and you make something amazing, people are like, first they will laugh, after a while they will just kind of pause and think, what's going on? And then they'll ask you how you did it. You'll get to a stage where people will be like, wow, how did you do that? There are YouTubers now, if I watch some of their earliest videos, you will laugh. Some of the biggest biggest YouTubers today, if you watch some of their first videos from back in 2009, 2010, you'll be like, this is shocking and it is so funny. But now you look at them and you're like, wow, how did you do it? Well, they did it because they didn't pay attention to all the negative things people were saying. They, you know, pushed through all of that and they just kept going. They kept doing it. So I would say I have learned that you really cannot listen to people and you cannot depend on people to validate what you're doing on YouTube, because it won't work.
I think on that point as well, you don't know the people that are watching you.
Yes.
So like you don't know the people. So, you know, one thing that I realized, when people subscribe, there's an option. They don't have to publicly subscribe to you. So they will add to your subscriber number, but you will not see them. You don't know, because they don't publicly view. They don't allow their subscriber.
I've always thought that's because their account isn't already a public YouTuber. I always thought that if you've got a Google account, you can subscribe, but it doesn't necessarily mean that, but it won't show up because you don't have a YouTube account. I don't know how it really works.
I thought there must have been an option where you can be discreet.
Don't know.
But whatever it is, you don't see everybody's profile.
Not everybody.
And so, you know, it's happened to me where I'm out and about, probably I'll go to church or something, and like, I saw your video. I'll be like,
oh wow,
they're like, yeah, and literally, and and it's not like, I saw your random video. Is I know you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that, and I'm like, wow, because you don't know everybody that's watching you, which is kind of scary, because you're like, oh my gosh. But at the same time, it's quite cool, because they're people that you didn't think were your audience.
Of course.
You know, one of my husband's friends was just like, although he might be watching that might be a bit awkward, but he was like, he watched everything. I was like, wow, because, you know, who I think are my audience,
are not
necessarily my audience.
Yes.
So the truth is, people are it's a whole different world.
And it's really, with YouTube, it is not just your place, your little spot in London, you know, your little town in Hackney, or your, you know, wherever it is that you are. It's not just that. It's not just England. It is the world. That's the thing about YouTube. There are people in Mexico probably subscribe to your channel. There are people in Asia. There are people in Australia. It is world. It is not just.
I've had emails from people in Zimbabwe, Sri Lanka, India, Dubai. I was just like, wow. Please, y'all, send me a ticket.
I
was so excited.
It's the whole world. So everything you do, literally, it's going out to the world. Yeah. So,
but don't let that stop you.
Don't. Just do it.
So how are we going to do these numbers? Are we do it free?
With this.
No, let's just do 8. It's 8/3.
Oh yeah,
you get me?
Yeah.
8/3. Anyway, so 8/3 is something that I learned from watching another one of my favorite YouTubers, Vina V. Shout out, girl. Hey. Vina V actually interviewed Chanel Ambrose, and it was an amazing interview. And in that interview, she talked about the fact that she's been on YouTube for quite some time, and her subscribers that she has, compared to some of the other YouTubers who have been on YouTube for the same amount of time, is less. So she should technically have more subscribers. But one thing she said, she's like, she's not about subscribers. She's more concerned about community, and that stuck in my head so much and helped me from stopping quitting. Because when I see other people's numbers, like for example, even your numbers are higher than mine, but when I see, but it's still something. It's still something. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's just nuts. Okay.
Yes.
That's your 100,000. You need to watch the other video. Anyway, so, but I kept saying to myself, community. Do you know what I mean? And it's about community. It's about, and everybody's journey is going to be different. So I might not have the numbers that I want right now, but I've had quite a few opportunities that I would never have had.
Exactly. You might not have the same numbers as me, but you've had so many more opportunities. You've gone and done so much more than I have. So it's different for everyone. It's different for everybody.
And I think for me, I keep saying to myself, the community. So literally every time you guys comment or you like, it is amazing, because it's like we're building a community. Or when I get an email from someone asking me for my opinion about different issues, whether it's be marriage or fertility or motherhood, you know, which I'm going to explore a bit more. when I get those kind of opportunities or to speak to people, that is what keeps me going.
Yeah.
So I think you need to think what is important for you. It might be subscribers, and that is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It might be views, which is perfectly fine. Because my husband and I had this argument. Is it the views you want or the subscribers? And I was
it's
like,
actually the views. It's the views that give you money.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah,
I was like, I want views.
it's the views.
I'm not really bothered about subscribers. But it was just
it's actually all about the views, guys. It's the views.
But at the same time,
but then the subscribers, it does.
The
It all
subscribers
goes hand in hand.
gives you more of an
It gives you
opportunity to get you views.
Exactly.
Technically,
they go.
However,
hand in hand.
there are people who've got videos. I mean, you've got a video that's like 22,000 views. Or
but I don't have those subscribers.
But you don't have those subscribers.
Yes.
Or my biggest video, 3,000 going on 3,000 views. I don't have 3,000 subscribers. I know someone who's got 2,000 views on hers, and she's only got 100 subscribers. Every time I look at a YouTube help, like something to help me on YouTube or how to edit, I'll see one person who's got 50 subscribers but 70,000 views or something ridiculous like that. So it is the views, you're right, but it's really about what is it that what's your priority. Do you know what I mean? What is your priority? Community? Is your priority engagement, as in going out to speak at conferences, at events and things like that? If that's what your goal is, or selling your product, certain people are selling a product. They're not bothered about subscribers or views. They just want to sell, come and buy my thing. And if that's your case, then that's it. Like with Chanel, going back to Chanel Ambrose, she doesn't necessarily have the subscriber numbers. However, when she releases anything, I mean, she could release a hairpin on her line. It'll be sold out. It just goes, because she's got incredibly loyal subscriber base. And I think some people might have 1 point something million subscribers, but they don't have that loyalty. The other person that I think is really embarrassing and really inspiring is Lily Singh, Superwoman. She's got 11 million subscribers.
Amazing. I love
her. Do you know what I thought?
Yeah.
When she releases this book, this is going to be the true test of her fan base. The book has gone mad. It's just gone mad. Everyone's buying it.
Boss.
It's the boss book.
Lily, you see, we're advertising for you. Superwoman.
We should go do a review. I'm going to buy the book and do a review.
We love you, Lily. We love you.
Come, please. Come.
I love her.
But I think I love her. She's just a bundle of positivity.
She's amazing.
Just I feel pepped. Let me go do.
Whenever you're sad and you watch one of her videos, it will just make your life just blessed. Like, you just be so happy.
Afterwards, you're like, we can do this. Let's do this. And I think that's what you need to. You have to decide. What is your priority? What you're going to focus on? And for me, it is that engagement, that community. It is important.
That's so true. Number 9. Lights, camera, action. Okay.
Oh, yes.
So, one thing I've learned about you doing YouTube is that, if you want to do YouTube properly, we're not in, I've said this before, but this ain't 2007 anymore, okay? You can't just get on your webcam and film. I don't know what it is, but, it's like, if it was, 2008, 2009, we could allow you small, and then 2010, 12, can allow it small, but, now, 2017, you can't get away with your webcam or some, I don't know, them old phone cameras, like,
She's really got a bugbear. She really
I don't know, I just think if you're gonna do it, the least you can do is get yourself a decent phone camera, an iPhone, a Samsung, a good phone that has a decent camera. Don't film from the front camera. You're gonna have to film from the back camera. To be honest, I have filmed on the front camera.
I always
before.
Film on the front. Sorry.
Oh, do you?
On selfie mode.
Oh yeah, on selfie mode.
I always film.
Yeah, I have. But the thing is, when I filmed on the front camera, if you're gonna film on the front camera, you have to have some good lighting to back it up, and that's my next point.
Is your friend.
Yes.
Sunlight,
natural daylight. Everyone says this, use the daylight. If you can't use daylight, get yourself some decent lights, okay? It is not that expensive. I think a nice ring light costs about, £70? Okay, it might be expensive for some. Yes, I understand if you're a student budgets, it can be. But trust me, you'll spend that money on trainers or something else. You know, there's things that you can sacrifice to get yourself, you know, certain equipment to help you out, because, you know, it will go a long way, you know.
Yeah.
Just quality videos as best as you can. Honestly, like, there are levels, you know. We're not doing drones yet, you know. We don't have our drones. We don't have that, you know. My camera, it's just a Canon. It's a 700D. It's actually an old model, you know. I think it's also known as is it a T4i? I can't even remember the exact, but it's not the latest model, but, you know, I've got lights, you know, I try. I try with the quality of my images, because I knew that if I'm going to do YouTube, and when I started my YouTube channel, it was last year, and I knew that I would not get away with webcam, you know. It's not happening in 2017. It's just not happening. So yeah.
I think when it comes to camera, lights and action, there were two things that I wanted to say. Was think about what kind of footage you're going to get. So that will help you to choose the right camera. So if you are, you know, you're happy with your phone. I used my phone, all my vlogs from my vlog to Nigeria, that's everything was done on my everything was done on my Samsung. It is definitely worth doing that way. It's not a problem. But if you are thinking of taking the next step up and buying yourself a camera, think, what am I going to be filming most of the time? Now for me, I didn't want anything big because I was scared I was going to break it. 1, 2, I couldn't afford it. 3, I knew I had children who would probably touch it. So I wanted something that was small enough that I could take around. But I also knew that I do videos like this once in a while when the kids have been tucked, hidden, locked away in bed somewhere. So I needed something that could change the lens and do something a bit fancy. So that's why I went for the camera that I did. I'll probably insert a picture around here.
Yes, you're right.
So you have to think about the purpose for which you're going to use.
It's all about purpose. I know all my videos are just sit down, I'm talking, or I'm doing my makeup or that sort of thing. So I didn't, you know, I wanted a solid camera that would do that. But I remember thinking, you know, if I do want to experiment with more action type videos and things, I will have to get myself something a lot smaller, something more portable. I would
say with the lighting as well, it is good to get a ring light, but I got softbox lighting. But also now I've realized, actually, I don't want anything bulky. I don't want anything that I have to carry about, and I want something portable, because I do go to a lot of events where I'd like to bring my own lighting. So what I'm going to buy is one of those, again, I'll insert a picture, is one of the camera lights that actually slot onto the top of your camera. That's one. And then I'm going to find some kind of microphone as well that I can use. But you have to think of your purpose. What are you going to really doing most of the time? And most of the time I will be out and about, and I quite like filming vlogs now. I think it's a bit addictive now. So I think that's where my footage is going to start going. Okay, editing software. This is a bonus one. This is not my final one. The editing software. Now I have been around the block on editing software. I think I've literally done a tour of everything. This might be an actual video by itself, but I can't talk too long about it. So I have used Windows Movie Maker. Not on YouTube, but I've used that very well before. Very easy, but the drawbacks of that, it crashes when you're trying to do a big video. No. Small video, excellent. Big video, no. Then I've used iMovie, very good, excellent. I've used Sony Vegas. That's when I first started YouTube. I really enjoyed using that program. I didn't find anything difficult, but then I tasted Final Cut. Oh Lord, moments. The wonders of Final Cut. It's amazing.
Well, I've never strayed away from Final Cut. That's the only one I know how to use. Final Cut.
But it's given me good. I'm glad I've compared. So then I tasted Final Cut, and then I had technical issues. See the last video to understand technical issues, and then I started using. I now use Adobe Premiere Pro, which I have fallen out of love, in love, out of
love-hate relationship.
But now I love it. But I only love it as part of a package. So Adobe, I feel, works brilliant because of Adobe After Effects, and you've got Photoshop for your pictures. So as a package, brilliant. If I was going to choose one thing that I wanted to edit all my videos on, Final Cut, baby.
Final Cut is beautiful. It
is beautiful.
I don't know any other editing software. That was it. It was just
the only other
Final
reason.
Cut.
Sorry, my love.
Yeah.
The only other reason why I love Final Cut is because of its automatic color correction.
Oh, yes.
You just click one button and everything just looks. But with Adobe, this is gonna sound so stupid. Adobe is actually for professional people, and if you're not a professional person, all the toggles, you'll just be like,
whoa, what's going on?
Like, I literally feel like I don't know what to press, but I don't understand. What's RGB? I literally am like. So I'm finding that I'm have to teach myself everything, which is really good because it's building up so that when I do get, even more professional. Yeah. But it's like definitely a steep learning curve. Number 10 is me.
It's you.
Oh, look, I just led myself to me. Tell your story. The reason why I say that is because you don't realize how big your tiny story in your head is to somebody else. And like when I shared my fertility story, I just was like, okay, this is this thing that I've gone through, but it's unlocked it's given so many people the ability to freedom to actually speak out about things. Or the time that I talked about sex and intimacy on my channel, or when we've talked about marriage, I didn't think that my thoughts or our thoughts were that important, and the stories that you tell are what actually touch people's lives. There's an amazing motivational speaker called Lisa Nichols, and she talks about the power of telling your story. It's so important to tell your stories. Even when I've been speaking at events, and I'm still developing my skills as a speaker, but telling your story, thinking about things from your story. What story you're trying to create on your channel? What story are you trying to create in this one little box of time? If you tell the story, it is so much more. I connect with people when they're telling their story. So if they say to me, these are 10 ways to be a millionaire, and they're just like invest, save, don't borrow.
You want to know what they did,
but I'm just like, okay, that's great. But my thing is, I want to hear, be like, I want to hear you say, do you know what? I walked into my account one day and realised I've got £1 left, and I've got 25 days to the end of the month, and I'm thinking, how the heck am I going to change this £1 into something to feed me for the next 25 days? So what I did is that story. Coloured with who you met with, what did it feel like, what did it smell like, what just tell me a story. You tell me that story, people can connect with stories. I mean, even a lot of the great teachers that we know about, they tell stories. Jesus spoke in parables. He didn't use scripture. So like, we need to be confident in our stories, and I think everybody has stories. Everybody has a story for everything. I think if you're going to talk about, like, if I pick a random subject, I had to study for exam. Well, I remember the day when my mum got a letter from the school to say that I got you in a business exam. That's far more interesting than me saying, make sure you read your book. Like, that's it's not going to capture. So tell your story. It
can be a bit hard though. I think some people it takes a while, because some people, I don't know, some people's channels it's not about them personally. It might be about something, I know some channels that all they do is hair. They never talk about, their story, or it's just hair. So I guess it depends on your channel and where you're coming from.
I think not necessarily talk about personal story. But even if you're doing hair, there's
a story behind why you do hair.
Not necessarily sharing your stories in personal, but even the hair, the way you're telling that story of how you do, like, for example, how you did your hair, which looks beautiful, by the way.
I might do a tutorial on it.
But the way you never know. Check her out. Subscribe. We're telling you stories now. But how you did your hair, right? So when you're thinking of your YouTube video for how you did your hair, it's a story. Does that make sense? I'm not necessarily talking about, hey, this is the time that necessarily, but every YouTube video that you do is a story. Does that make sense? So even if it's a how-to, you need to think, the sequence of how that's going to be, so it makes sense to someone and it connects with somebody. So even the way I do my vlogs now, in my head, because I'm a teacher by profession, everything has to have almost a learning objective. And at the end, I'm gonna do a plenary. I know it doesn't.
Talk.
But that literally is what I do now to my vlogs. Because I thought, hang on a minute. Seriously, why will people sit there and watch me chase my children for 15 minutes? And I was like, I have to have a story. I have to create some kind of thing, a logic to it. Even in this video, we've got a story. We've got 10 steps. Does that? Maybe I shouldn't have used the word story. Maybe I should have used the word logic. But do you know what I mean? That kind of. Anyway, Sha.
Like a method or something.
But it's a storyline now. It's a story. It's a story. Because even when they do film, even if they're doing documentary, what's the story?
If there's a story.
Balamori. If you know, you know the video. You know? What's the story? Balamori, would you like to know?
I actually don't know. Does that say something about my childhood, or does that say something about you? Bonus one, okay? Well, we've talked a lot about, we've mentioned school and stuff, haven't we? For those of you that don't like school, oh my days, oh my days. YouTube is school, you know. Honestly, you have to be prepared to learn. That's my bonus one. You have to be prepared to learn. There is so much to learn about YouTube. It is not all lights, camera, action. It's not just put your camera on, put some makeup on, do your hair nice, look nice, and then come on camera. No, okay? If you want to do this properly, be prepared to learn. You are going to have to learn how to edit. Like, you know, you were saying, you know, you've learned all these different editing softwares. You know, if you'd asked me this time, it was around this time last year that I started actually learning how to edit. But before that, I had no clue. I did not know anything. I didn't know anything about cameras. I didn't know anything about lighting. I did not know anything about editing. I did not have a clue. But because I wanted to do it, I had to put myself through school and actually learn everything. You know, if there was something I wanted to do, if there was some like a camera angle or like some kind of graphic I wanted, or some kind of effect I was trying to achieve, and I didn't know how to, I would have to Google it, I would YouTube it and learn how to do it, because you know there are YouTube channels about how to do YouTube. So I honestly banged out those videos on how to do YouTube, how to do this, how to grow your channel, how to do this, how to do that. I had to learn, because there's so much. There are analytics that you have to learn about. You know, you have to learn about, you know, what is working, because like YouTube is just, I can't even describe it. There is so much information when you've got a YouTube channel. The amount of like statistical information that comes up on your channel, you know, how well a video did, how many views did that video get, apart from that, like how many subscribers subscribed to your channel because of that, you know, because of that particular video. There is, and it's the watch time. How long are people actually watching your video before they switch and cut it off? You know, there is so much to learn that, you know, from YouTube. I will know that, you know, the subscribers, they're coming from Canada, they're coming from Mexico, they're coming from America. There is so much information that you're gonna have to, you know, analyze and work out, okay, so what's working, what's not. It's hard, and to be honest, I did put myself through school in terms of learning how to, you know, make videos and stuff, but there's still so much that I have to really learn. Like, okay, I need to, how am I using AdWords? How am I using the tags? How am I using all of these things in order to optimize my channel, make it more searchable so that in the Google results it's coming up? You know, there's a lot, so much that you have to learn.
And I think, I think to add to the learning, I think when you watch YouTube and you're doing YouTube, you look at things completely differently. So now I watch people with a view of my YouTube and what can I learn from theirs that I could add to mine. So when Mariyah started doing a YouTube, I was like, her backdrop, oh my gosh, I need it in my life. Like, so you start watching YouTube with a different eyes, and you start learning from other people. You know,
I was saying about your vlog, sorry not to cut you up, but I was saying about your vlogs, like, I love the way she just thinks about different places to put her camera, and she just films. Like, I'm not on that level yet. I don't know how to remember to turn on a camera for a vlog. So when she's got all these angles going, and then, you know, she's put the camera here and then she's walking to her door, and then, how did you not forget the camera in the car? Like, how did you not forget the camera? How did you do that? You know? So there's so many things that
Yeah, you just learn from different people by watching different people. I love watching Layefa, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that angle. Or even movies. When you watch movies, you start to see things and you're like, ooh, check that background out.
Yeah.
Check this out. Ooh, how do they do the lights? You start learning different things. Like the scribble thing that I'm obsessed with, I saw in somebody else's video. I was like, oh my gosh, how do I do it? And then you start watching how to, and the minute you crack it, it's like it's the best feeling in the world. You're like, I've finally done it. The thing that I'm trying to crack now is After Effects title. It's just like Japanese. It's hurting me. So at the moment, I'm having to export the video and finish it, and then go to iMovie to insert the title that I want, and then upload it to you, which takes quite a long of time. But because I just want, can you imagine just that title? Yeah. So you people that just see that in the beginning of the vlog, that thing has cost me like 2 hours.
Wow.
Just because I was like, I can't see any other thing other than this right now. Yay! We have got to the end of our 10 things that we have learned since being on YouTube. And we're so happy that you stuck to the end. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, comment below, and make sure you click subscribe and press that bell, like ding ding ding, because so that you can get notifications, because I've heard some people complain as well. Oh, I don't know when you do. Have you done any videos recently? I'm like, what? Yes, girl. So yeah, make sure you click that bell as well. I don't know why YouTube and algorithm, why you're changing it. Stop it. We never complained. Just leave it alone. Just leave it. I don't understand. It don't make sense to me. YouTube, I'm just gonna moan now, right? If people have subscribed, they want to see my content. They do not need another thing have to click. Trust me. Leave it. Kill the bell. I say kill the bell.
It's like subscribing twice, isn't it? It's just so...
Cut it. We don't need a bell. Cut it. We just want subscribe. That's simple. Anyway, that's my rant over. I feel better
because soon they're gonna have to add, after a bell, there's gonna have to be something else, because soon everyone will have bells. So it's like, okay, well, what do we need? We need some kind of jingle now. Some kind of, I don't know, some kind of star. We need a star now.
Hands up.
Yeah, we need that whole hand up, because the bell, the red subscribe is not enough. The bell is not enough. We need a hand, something, you know. They need to stop it.
YouTube, you people have got too much. You have paralyzed your analysis paralysis. Stop it. We didn't complain. Big timers, small timers. We don't want
medium timers.
Medium timers. Yeah. I want medium. I want small. I want XXLs. Yeah, we don't want it. So cut it. Okay, cut it.